Hi everyone, am I audible and visible to all? Yeah, today I know this can be your chance to basically crack CodeVita or some other placement thing, right? So today I'm here to help you out with a roadmap, with some practice questions and some resources, which will definitely will help you to crack the TCS CodeVita. But before I begin, I just want to check how's the energy, everybody. Tell me in the comment. I'm checking the comments here. Tell me how's the energy and am I audible and visible to everybody? Confirm me once, please. I can't see lots of responses. Somebody will help me out. And how many of you know what is TCS Code Beta? If you don't know, then probably I'll give you a contest. Then after that, we can have a complete roadmap. Okay. I'm just waiting in the comments. Do let me know am I audible and visible to everybody. One thing. Second thing, how many of you know already what is TCS Code Beta? Right, and how this can help you for cracking the code beta. One thing. Second, how you can have the placement also in different companies, because this is something which will help in multiple way. Okay, this is something which will help you in the multiple way. Trust me. Confirm me once, please. I hope I'm audible and visible to everybody. Do let me know. I'm looking at the comments. Am I audible and visible to all? Cool, yeah, cool. So now when it comes to the preparation thing, about the TCS code beta, yeah, how many of you know that what is TCS code beta? That is also an important question. That is again a very important question that we must know what is TCS code beta. Right, so this is basically a hackathon conducted by the TCS where people participate and they may have a chance of winning a 20,000 USD. One thing. Second thing is that they will have at least a chance of getting placed in the TCS, right, based on the performance they give there. Right, but before I begin the journey here, I want the energy, but I can't see the comments, which is not appreciated. Do let me know in the chat. Everybody, take out the phone and start writing. Start writing whatever you feel about this entire thing. Tell me in the chat. Then I will begin. And you can have every possible doubt here. You can ask every possible doubt that what is TCS code beta. One thing, let's say, what will be the rounds. So whenever it comes to the preparation thing, you must know that how this is going to happen. Like how many rounds will be there, right? How you can participate, what are the topics you need to learn. All of these things can be a challenging thing for everybody, right? So there will be 3 rounds. One which is pre-qualifier, online round, probably a AG to intermediate level. You will have 6 hours, 6 problems, and you're good. Then you will have a qualifier line that will also be the online thing. Then you will have a grand finale where on-site or offline people will go. The finalist people basically will go, right? And remember, difficulty of the problems will increase in each round. And again, problems can be solved in different languages. That's not the problem. But again, remember, questions will not be sorted by order, which means that like if something is difficult, that will come at last. That's not a case. So whenever you're participating, now try to read all the problems if you have a limited time. Right? In this case, basically what will happen, you will have at least good idea that where you need to spend how much amount of time. Right? That is also important thing. But I can't see the responses. Yeah, because only when you put the energy, then we'll understand the pattern, we'll understand the key topics, we will understand the practice questions. Then I will begin. Everybody, tell me in the chat. I hope you guys are able to write here something. Do let me know. In the chat. Probably all the queries of yours I'll be resolving. Right, so that will be helpful for you. Go ahead and ask it. Right, go ahead and ask it. Whatever challenges you are having for the TCS code beta. Very important thing. Okay, so here what can be the master key topics which you really need to master. I'll probably try to put the general things because I can't see lots of responses. So now here the important thing for your first round, preliminary round, or here I have solved 650 plus lead code GFG questions and recently given mock code beta, but unable to solve any questions. Binay Yadav, that's why I'm here today. I'll guide you how you can have a good scores. That how you can actually, because anyway this exam is going to happen or conducted into January month, right? Probably into the January month. So in that time, how you can prepare yourself. when does CodeVita start? CodeVita has an option, start contest. It is the mock beta or man CodeVita only. No, man CodeVita basically season 13. Herdways will start in the probably in January month. Okay, in January month you will have all these 3 rounds. You understand all these 3 rounds: pre-qualifier, qualifier, and grand finale. The last registration I guess is the 11th August, which is still running, right? And again, remember, you have to finalize, like you have to participate in all the rounds. You will get a chance for the final grand finale only if you crack both of them. So first prepare for the pre-qualifier, then for qualifier, then for the grand finale, and I'll tell you every possible resource. But before I begin here, and I deep dive into the real practice problems, I deep dive into the solutions, just tell me what you feel about it. Where are your challenges you're facing as of now, right? What kind of difficulty you're having, right? You're lacking the confidence or not. So, or if you mention everything in the comment, probably I'll give you the one possible advice that will help you a lot. So what can be the most important topics you can consider? Arrays and strings. Remember, for the pre-qualifier round, this is super crucial, super crucial. So you must know how you actually, manipulate the values, search, sort, right? Understand the frequency and everything. That's what you have to be very good at. Then data structures like stack, queue, tree, graph, and linked list for the basically second round. Qualifier round, they ask heavily questions from them, so you have to be ready for it also. Now somebody asking difficulty understanding, pattern to solve, and roadmap to start DSA for CodeVita. Okay, Herdways, we'll talk about it. Don't worry. Okay, we'll talk about it. That what can be the roadmap? What can be the roadmap? That's what we'll talk about in this entire video, and I'll give you some practice question also, some resources, some free or paid resources both. That from where you can learn everything, right? So remember, when you talk about the first round, you would be in the fundamental thing, first thing. Second thing, very nice in the array nesting along with the manipulation, searching, sorting, frequencies, all of these things. Then comes to the other data structures, stack, queue, tree, graph, and linked list. Make it a note, you have to prepare for them. Then algorithms comes as greedy, dynamic programming, recursion, backtracking, sliding window, and 2-pointer. These things will be very helpful for you. Now somebody is saying, okay, again, remember, simple math problems are also very crucial. They just change the story and they ask the similar questions. So let's say prime series, combinations, and again modulars, bit manipulations, all of these things you have to master. And problem solving on mapping, exception handling, operators, time space complexity, and one of the most important advice, story based. What? Story based. Do not solve the random problems. Prepare yourself for the story-based problems. Okay. For example, sometimes happens problem is super simple problem. Let's say find out the prime number, but it's a story. So you're not able to identify that, okay, what was the problem statement and what they have asked. So you have to prepare yourself in a story-based scenarios. Right? Generally in the lead code or somewhere, you have less stories, but when you prepare for yourself story-based questions, then trust me, you're good. Otherwise, you'll keep wasting your time. You won't understand the problem. You won't be able to get the solution also. So now, in the same example I'll give you today, which has been asked in the previous year. Now, what's your daily practice plan? However, I constructed for 2 months, but this can be increased based on your current level of preparation. Okay, this can be different. So now you're let's say in first 2 weeks, what you will do, you will master the language. Language means all the possible way that how do you do exception handling, what are all the basics of that particular programming language. For example, you take an example of Java. So in Java, all the topics you need to master. So now you have really good understanding of the programming language. Do this thing. Okay, so somebody is saying, when I saying difficulty, felt extremely nervous and unable to understand questions. It feels like fast train is running and we are standing at platform. I mean, unable to understand the story and feels nervous. Don't worry, Vinay. No? We'll talk about a story today. Probably we'll have some understanding that how you can overcome from these problems. Okay. Now coming to the next thing. Basically, I'll answer this thing first, that how to get a confidence. Vinay, think about a problem. Okay, think about a problem. Basically, there was a problem that you have to basically move a brick of, a stack of bricks. Basically, there are 1 lakh of bricks. Okay, 1 lakh of bricks. That's what you need to move. These much of bricks are available. Okay, these much of bricks are available. You need to move. And now you're really not sure about the timing and everything. So now you're in a headache. Literally, it's just possible. It's just possible. Now somebody came and told you that okay, you will have 4 months to do this particular task. You will have 4 months. How will you do it? Now you'll prepare your strategy accordingly. You will say, okay, I have to move 1,000 brick, which eventually I don't have capacity or capability to do it as of now. But what can be the thing? Because that will be overwhelming. You'll feel unconfident. You'll feel difficult that okay, this cannot be done simply, right? But over the time things changes. Now you know that okay, 4 months are there. What should be my strategy? One simple thing that you are saying to your brain first that okay, this is doable. Even I don't know how I'll do it as of now, but this is doable. Do not think it cannot be done. Simple thing, trust me, do not think that it cannot be done. If you'll think in this way, you'll never be able to do it. Think that this can be done, but somehow I have to figure out a best possible strategy. Understand this thing, okay, I'm not ready as of now, but what should be the best possible strategy which I have to adopt? Right. Once you have that strategy, you can crack it. Trust me. There is nothing impossible which you cannot crack. But you must have a strategy. So you know that okay, there are 100k bricks I have to move. I have time of 4 months. So what I can do is that can I move 25k bricks every month? You're getting my point? Can I move? So now okay, you know that. Now you know okay, and probably in a month, I guess every day I have to move 1k bricks. Right. So now how will I move the 1k bricks? Have something which can help you. Right. Have something, let's say designer tool, right? Do some practice. Try to, increase your capability. And eventually when you will target it, trust me, a time will come when you will have that capability that you will be able to move all of these bricks to one place to another. Right. So now the thing is what has changed here, what has been changed here. Now if I'll tell you in a different way, okay. Rather than giving you this problem that you have to move 100k bricks in like entirely, I told you, I came to you, I'll say like Binay, I'll give you 10,000 rupee. Can you move 1k brick every day? Tell me what will happen. Will you feel easy or difficult? At starting, I told you that okay, you have to move 100k bricks, right? That time you probably definitely will have a headache. Okay, this is really too much of work which cannot be simply done. Then eventually I told you the timeline. Still you feel exhausted. But now again I told you that you have to move 1k brick in a day, and basically I'll pay you 10,000 rupee. I'll pay you 10,000 rupee. Tell me which will feel easy to you. Tell me which will feel easy to you. The previous one where you have to move 100k bricks, when I told you the first part of the story that you have to move 100k bricks entirely, right? Then later on I'll give you the timeline. It feels exhausted that I'll be working in the same way for the 4 months. And in the second end, I'm coming to you, I'm telling you, you have to move only 1k brick daily, right? And I'll pay you 10,000 rupee. Tell me, right? Doable. It feels like a easy chunk. It feels like a easy chunk, right? If you think in that way that okay, I'll do everything in one go. I'm trying to have a strategy. You are never going to do it. Trust me. That will feel eventually, because we are human here. Simply, we are human. Whenever feel something is very difficult, we just directly quit it. We do not put the focus, we don't try it even, and we just quit it. And we definitely do not follow something. Now here the thing is, when I was very serious, when I said like, okay, I have capability probably, I can move 1k brick in single day. Now the thing is, I'll get this thing, 10k as a payment. Trust me, try to do this thing. This will help you. Trust me, this advice will help you. Now you're saying this thing. And you also said one thing, okay, if I want to be able to do it now, I will punish myself with 1k rupee. Right, this will be my penalty. That if I want to do it, I will pay 1k rupee. Right, so still you feel like, okay, anyhow I have to do it. So this is your compulsion that if you won't do it, you will have to pay this 1k rupee as a penalty. Now how you can actually apply these same understanding in your preparation. You know that TCS CodeVita will pay you 20,000 USD. Correct? Approximately 17-18 lakh rupee. Right? Now try to put that money every day in your routine. That okay, if I'll prepare for these 4 hours, how much money I'll get if I win this. Trust me, this one day this will accumulate into the results. Maybe not as a TCS CodeVita, but maybe you are a very good engineer at the Google. Trust me, when you have a capability to crack this, you will have a capability to crack any company. Right? That's what you learn in this entire journey. So now the thing is, now try to compensate yourself. That okay, if I have to prepare for let's say 4 months, how much money I'm getting every month to do it. Think as a work, think as a payment you're getting. So probably you are getting 5k USD per month. Approximately how much of money? Approximately, I guess probably 4.5 lakhs. Now compensate yourself that how much you're getting, right? So whenever you in a single day, whenever you work or you try to learn something, you think in a brain, like you think in this way that okay, I have earned how much amount of money. Compensate yourself. So you'll say probably okay, I have earned 15,000 in a single day, right? So now your brain is working a different perspective, that you have analyzed the entire roadmap. You have your roadmap, you identified these are the 4 months. If I prepare, I'll get this, or maybe a good job in anywhere, right? That maybe probably equals to this. So which means that every day which you are working, you're not working for free, right? You're not working for free. You are working for 15k amount that you will credit it every day. Right? Eventually, you'll get this money after your turnover done, after the 4 month. So tell to your brain this thing. Tell to your brain this thing that okay, I'm earning 15k per day, 15,000 rupee per day, right? And eventually, if I do for the 4 month continuously, and I'm able to do it the final submission, I'll have this much amount of money. Trust me, this different level of motivation will not let you down. But you have to convince yourself first. You have to tell yourself first that okay, if I follow this thing, definitely I can get it. That level of commitment you have to do it yourself with yourself. Tell me, after this approach, how many of you feel that this can be doable? This is doable. Tell me. If you think in this way, trust me, people will do anything if they're getting 15,000 in a one day. People do anything. They'll sit for 10 hours every day. So you have to tell to your brain that okay, if I will do one day, I'm earning 15,000. Simple. Trust me. Sage is saying yes, right? Everybody tell me. If I ask you, I'll pay you 15,000 per day, right? If I pay you 15,000 per day, will you work for me 12 hours? Tell me. Will you work for me for 12 hours? If I pay you 15,000 per day, will you work for me for 12 hours? If the answer is yes, why you cannot work for yourself? Where you can have more than this, right? Where you can have more than this, why will you not work for yourself? So divide it accordingly, right? And again, put a punishment that okay, if I'm not doing for one day, you know that eventually I'm losing 15,000. One thing. Second, also charge penalty 1k and put into a separate wallet, right? Put into a separate wallet and put like you cannot use this money before you crack your entire this 4 month of preparation. Trust me, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. But you have to convince yourself. Simple thing. You have to sell this idea to yourself that okay, yeah, I have a deal of 20,000 USD. I have one question that TCS CodeVita problem round one. So classification on which basics like runtime or memory? Both. Okay, bro. So both. Anyhow, I have today, basically I'm coming here with the previous year questions also, that I will show you there that how you have to handle, where you have to classify based on the runtime or memory. So both you have to handle. Okay, we'll see in this case. I hope this story, this motivation will help you. Please, a humble request. Try to compensate yourself every day in a brain that okay, if I'm doing one day preparation very well, I'll say that in my account 15,000 has been credited, but this all amount I'll get after the 4 month of preparation. Simple. No second thought, because anyhow this is going to happen in the month of January, right? So you have that enough window of time, right? Compensate yourself. Now, what should be your practice plan? You take the time, like here, this is the last 2 months preparation. So accordingly, you can divide it for yourself. That is starting here, 20% of whatever timeline you have, let's say for 2 weeks you have, strengthen your basics, your language. That may be Java, that may be C++, that may be Python or anything else. Strengthen that particular thing. You know every simple thing. You know that how to print the, star patterns, print everything. Just do it. Just do it, right? And trust me, results will be amazing. Then come to the DSA. Then again spend 2 more weeks for the practicing topic wise, not randomly, topic wise. I've learned the stack, I'll do the practice for the stack. I've learned the cube, I'll do the practice for the cube, right? So here you learn concept today, you practice for next 3 days, right? And eventually I'll tell you the one most important thing in this lecture, that okay, how will you evaluate yourself that you're going in the right direction and the wrong direction? How will you evaluate in between yourself, right? You're going in a positive or negative. You can do it or you cannot do it, right? What you need to change your strategy, right? So remember, learn topic wise. Do not solve randomly. Learn topic wise. I've learned array, I'll solve array. I've learned stack, I'll solve a stack. Simple. There's no other thing. Now coming to the third thing, attempt previous year code beta questions. If you're not able to solve, try to see the solutions, then try to solve. Then try to have a similar problem from anywhere, maybe from ChatGPT or any AI tool that give me similar problems that can be asked in the code beta, and you have the previous year reference to give them, right? And you will have your practice question set. Then after that, full length mock test. Simulate yourself for 6 hours. One way, sit it, right? Create your paper by yourself, right? Or have somewhere a program where you have this thing, right? Create a paper for yourself that okay from AI or anywhere. Create a paper for 6 hours. Start practicing it, right? Review your coding speed, check everything. And again, one important thing: how will you review this? How will you review this? So there are coding platforms like LeetCode, HackerRank, and CodeSafe. Here they eventually have a coding contest. Super important, trust me, super important thing. Coding contest. Participate in the coding contest. In the lead code, there are weekly coding contest. There is basically bi-weekly coding contest. Go to the code safe. They have longer, lengthy coding concepts, coding contest. Go to the hacker rank. There you can participate in daily contest wherever you get the window. Now participate there. You will eventually identify how many problems you are solve. And trust me, if you are able to solve all 4 problems from the lead code contest, nobody can stop you for cracking this TCS code beta. Now you have a time to evaluate yourself, right? That I'll participate in the lead coding contest. If I'm able to solve 4 out of 1 problem, I'll say 25% I'm ready. If I'm able to solve 2 problems out of 4, I'll say 50% I'm ready. If I'm solve 3 problems, 75, 4 problems, I'm 100% ready. Now I'll keep doing that practice. You're getting my point? So that's where you're having a free mock because they are not paid. They're totally free, right? So prepare topic wise, keep doing the contest, and trust me, how to get good ranking in the contest. What are the things you need to adopt? Because I've done it multiple times. Multiple students of mine are in place in multiple companies by following the same tips. That's what I'm telling you here today. That again, you must know that how you manage the time. Here, sometimes what happens, I have a problem in statement which probably I'm not getting. I'm spending too much time on that particular problem without reading the other possible problems. So now what you have to do, you don't have to waste a lot of time in one problem. If you're not able to understand, move to the next problem, read it. Right? Whatever problem you can solve first, simple approach. First understand, first solve. Okay, first understand, first solve, simple approach. Read the problems. If you are able to understand, solve it. Not able to understand, move ahead. At the last, try to solve the problems you are not able to understand. At the last. Also remember one thing, super important one thing that I will tell you here. Okay, again, here inputs are often taken as like here as even numbers, arrays. So now the thing is, remember that how if I'm getting an input as a string, how will I convert into an array? Conversion is super important, okay? That I can convert a string to an array, I can convert array to a string, I can convert an array to a stack, I can convert an array to graph, right? I can convert graph to array. So these conversion you must do. And most of the time you have in terms of basically number, in terms of array, in terms of a string. So you have to ready yourself, you have to make ready yourself that okay, I know that no matter what kind of input is coming, I'll handle it. There's a possibility that you get the string only and actually you have to work on the array. Okay, there's a possibility. Now again, start with easy problems. Why I'm saying, because Binayak was saying, sir, I was trying, I feel exhausted, right? I feel like it's a train is running on the platform, not getting anything. Yes, that happens. Very natural. With everybody this happens, right? With everybody this happens. Now what is the solution? Try to solve easy problems first. Try to solve what? Tell me. Easy problems first. Right, so now what will happen? Eventually your logic you're building, you're trying to build, right? You're getting a confidence, okay, now I have this understanding that at least I can solve the easy problems. Then you will participate in the lead code contest or on a hacker rank contest. You will be at least able to solve 1 or 2 problems. Now you will see like, okay, yeah, I've improved somewhat. I have a progress, right? And that gives a different level of confidence, trust me, that gives. Right, now again, once you're done with the easy, move to intermediate or medium problems, then move to hard. Okay, hard will take more time, but move there at last. Because trust me, in this entire contest, in this entire TCS CodeVita, you will have most of the majority of the questions will be from easy to medium level. Hard are very rare. harder very rare. But what you have to understand, you have to understand a story. That is the thing. Okay. Now somebody is saying, sir, I have one question that TCS CodeVita problem round one. So the class, okay, that I guess I already answered. Now you remember, do at least one official mock contest. Remember, how will you do it? Participate on lead code contest, hacker rank contest, or code save contest. Contest, make it in your super important list. This will be your weekly evaluation for free, right? So now this will tell you where you are actually, and accordingly you can adjust your reading plan or learning plan. Now here, before I move to this part, I'll tell you one important thing here. I've seen the people try to use the AI thing in the coding contest. Trust me, they are smart enough to identify it. No matter how smart you are that you're writing a code from the AI or from somewhere, they will definitely identify it, and you'll be out. You'll be out. So do not even think in a dream also that you can use the AI thing there. Even if you have a chance, do not use. Otherwise, you'll directly fail. Right? So your all the hard work which you put it in this entire journey, you just lost it. Right? Maybe you won't win the top 30 or not coming. You don't have a 25k or 20k USD. But what you can have this entire learning path understanding, which will help you to crack any coding interview or contest, or maybe the online assessments, which eventually will help you to land a job. You getting my point? So I hope you now so far have answered every possible doubt, and this idea of compensating yourself. Remember, if you will do it, nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. Right? Again, start with the easy problems. At the end of this, live, I will tell you from where you need to prepare. Okay, from where you need to prepare. Here I have one practice question. This is a previous year question coming in the TCS CodeVita. Read it. Trust me, this is super easy problem. Super easy problem. You'll feel it difficult. Trust me, I'm saying you to you this. You'll feel it difficult because this is a story based and you're not ready with the story. Right? So what you have to understand, that you have to understand the problem statement. How do you understand it? Break down the problem. Break down the problem. Do not read in one go. Break down the problem, make it a note. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, let's do it together. And tell me how many of you are able to read this problem and able to understand this. So I'll try to imagine it. Okay, I'll try to characterize it. I'll try to imagine. So here there are two banks. Okay, there are two banks, bank A and B. Okay, there is a bank A and bank B. I'm trying to memorize it. Okay, I'm trying to figuring it out. So now their interest rates vary. Okay, the interest rate can be different. Yeah, which is very true. I'll imagine the real time, right? I'll imagine the real time. So probably I have two bank A and bank B. They may have different interest, right? On which they can give me a loan. Right? They may have a different interest. Simple thing. You have received offers from both banks. Oh, very nice, sir. Probably you have a good credit score, yeah. That's why this person has received the offer from both the banks. Okay. In terms of annual rate of interest. So somebody has received an offer, but which includes annual rate of interest, tenure, and variation of the rate of interest over the entire tenure, which means that you will have a various different interests based on the duration of the time. Let's say you're taking for super easy if else conditional based question, correct bin. Now you're able to read it, but no, it's not that easy. I'll tell you here where you'll stuck it, right? But that's where you think it. That's what you tell yourself, that this is easy. Okay, this cannot be simply done by if else, but yeah, if else will be used here. Don't worry. Now the thing is, they're telling you will have variations. Okay, you will have variations in that different interest over a time period. Let's say if your tenure have a 10 years, you'll have different interest with the different tenures. Now again, they're saying you have to choose the offer which costs you least interest. Definitely everybody will choose the only offer which will cost you the least interest. And trust me, this is a previous year question from the TCS CodeVita. So I'm not creating it by myself. Now here again, and reject the other. You have to choose which will give you the cheap thing. Simple. Do the computation, make a by choice. Here they're saying the loan repayment happens at a monthly frequency and equated monthly installment. Right? You have to pay the EMI, which you understand. It's calculated using the formula given below. So this will be the formula. The EMI will be loan amount multiplied by the monthly interest rate divided by 1 minus. Okay. Then again 1 plus monthly interest rate power in negative. Basically, that's what the thing is. Okay, that's what the thing is. Cool here. Now coming to this place, here you will have the constraint. Your principal amount will not be more than this amount of money, which is 10 lakh. Now here the tenure will not be more than 50 years. Now again here you have n1 and the value of n2. These are, I guess, I don't know, we'll read it from here. So first line basically will, how do you take the input? Super important thing, trust me, super important thing. So first line basically P principal amount, which is the loan amount. Second line total tenure in the years. Remember this thing, otherwise you'll make the mistake in the solution. Trust me, easy problems always have some kind of amazing things that can create the confusion. First line the principal amount, okay. Second line the tenure in the years. Third line is n1, is the number of slabs of interest, like how many slabs the bank is offering to you, how many slabs the bank is offering to you for a given period by a bank. Third line. Okay, now coming to the first slab starts from the first year and second slab starts from the end of the first slab and so on. Okay, your first slab start from the first year and the next will start after the ending of the first slab. That's what they're mentioning. Cool here. Next N1 line will contain the interest rate and their period. So whatever the next thing, that will contain two things. One thing the interest rate, second the period. Here after N1 lines, we will receive the N2 for the second bank. Okay. Now here this is the slabs offered by the second bank. Again N2 lines are the number of slabs of interest rates for a given period by the bank B. Now coming to the next thing, the first slab start from the first year, the same thing which they told about in the bank of A. Now again the period and the rate will be determined by the single white space. So here what does it mean by, look at this, this is the sample input. Now tell me, are you able to understand this thing? In input you had what, this was the principal amount, this was the tenure, correct? This was the number of tenure offered by the bank 1. How many tenures? 3 tenures. This is what you have to understand. Trust me, if you will read the problem directly, probably there's a less chance that you'll be able to understand how the input is being taken. That's the important thing here. So here you will have 3 offers from the bank A, right? For the 3 tenures, like if you're taking for 5 years, like here, the interest rate and the duration, I guess that was the thing. What they have given, we'll read from here. The number of slab interest rate for a given period by bank. First slab start, okay. Here contain interest rate and their period. So this is the interest rate and the period. So now you will be charged 5% for the year if you take for the 9.5 years. You will be charged 10% if you take for the 9.6 years. You will be charged 5% again if you take for the 8.5 years. That's what they have given to you. 3 tenures they will have given to you. Now coming to the next thing for the bank number B here. This is N2. How many tenures? 3 tenures, okay. Now again for 10 years, like for this 6.9 years, the interest will be 10. For this, interest will be 5. For this tenure, interest will be this. So you have 3 tenures offers, which offer you will accept here. So definitely those will offer you the less amount of interest, correct? And how will you calculate? You will calculate with the value of this formula. So put all the value in this formula. Whatever is coming less, that will be your answer. That will be your answer. Same thing happens with this. Here you will have principal amount, you will have the total tenure. Remember, now somebody said, like Vivek was saying, this can be done by simple if else. You know what is the challenge here? They have given you the tenure, even if they have given you the years here also. But now if you will see this, this cannot be more than or less than the tenure. That's why they have given this tenure. Here you have 5, 10, 15. Here look at this, 20 years overall. Here you have 20 years overall. Correct? If you will see here, you have total overall how many years? Here, look at 13, 3, 16 and 26. That's why you have to also match your tenure is not exceeding with this overall tenure. Right, the slabs you're getting 3 slabs for these years. That for first 5 years you will have this thing. For next 10 years you will have this thing. For remaining 5 years you will have this thing. So this tenure should not be less than or greater than this overall tenure. You have to check the validations. What they're trying to think or what they're trying to expect from you is that you're able to understand the problem very clearly. That you not know that where you have to put the validation, how you have to take the input, how you can identify your answer. Trust me, that's why this problem can be put into the category of medium. Okay, so now here again coming to this thing, if you'll see this now, 14, 6, 6, 12. You'll see that the sum of these values is 26. Right, you have now the validation. Right, and here how output is coming with all that formula. So you calculate by yourself. I've given you a genuine solution here. Look at this, what we're trying to do. I'm just put it here a normal Java code. You can have a code in any language, that's not a problem. But for understanding, Papa, I hope this is making a sense to you, right? This is making sense to you. Yeah, so far those are enjoying the lecture, those are feeling like something is helpful. Please like the live. Okay, put the comment, whatever you feel about it. Put the doubt, queries, whatever coming in your brain. Okay, probably I'll be helping you out. Now here coming to this thing, here I'm having this scanner class. In Java, basically scanner class is responsible for taking the input. First I'm taking the principal input. That's what they have mentioned first line. Second line was the total tenure. Yes, remember. Third line was the number of slabs offered by the bank 1, which is N1 here. Now based on this N1, you have to calculate your EMI. So total amount from the bank A. That's what I'm doing. I'm passing my scanner object here to take the input in this within this method. I'll define this method later on. I'm passing the number of slabs I have. I'm passing the principal amount. I'm passing the total tenure, because the number of years I have in the total slab, that should not be exceed or less than the total tenure, right? Here this is coming from the VS Code. Here I have just only passed the bank name, because I just want to give you the output. That's why. Now you're coming to the second thing. Once this will be done, I'll pass for my second bank. Right, I'll take the number of tenure, like number of slabs for the second bank. Same method I'll call with the scanner class object to take the input. I'll pass my number of slabs. I'll pass my principal amount. I'll pass my total tenure. Right. Then whoever amount is coming less, that will be my answer. Which when I said this can be done in the simple if else, which is true. This was super critical, super important to understand. This is easy, but now another thing is critical, that how you calculate it, which is this calculate EMI method, where you have this SC to take the input. I'm taking the input. Again, you have number of slabs, you have principal amount and the total tenure and the bank name. So now here I'm imagining total payment will be 0 as a starting, total years are 0 as a starting. Now how many slabs I have, that much of time I have to calculate it, correct? Because eventually overall interest come for the overall tenure, right? Not for the single slab. That will come for the overall tenure. So now here I'll calculate the money that I have to pay to the bank for all the slabs. So what I'll do, I'll take the number of years, correct? In our case that was 3. I'll take the annual rate, which is this, correct? Then I'll take the monthly rate. Monthly rate will be what? Tell me, monthly rate will be the annual rate multiplied by the 12 12 multiplied by 100 to make it percentage, correct? That's the annual monthly rate. If you want to convert your annual interest to the monthly, you put this formula. You need to remember this. Now again, months, how many months in a year? I know that these are the months because we want to calculate based on the months. Again, what will be the EMI? That formula they have given. We'll put the value here. Principal multiplied by the monthly rate. Again, 1 minus power of what? 1 plus monthly rate. Again, power should be negative. That's what the formula they have given. We'll calculate our total payment. So this is how I'm calculating the total payment. After that, I'll calculate the total years. Why I have calculated the total years? That should not be less than or equal to. This will put a validation that are my slabs valid. Are my slabs valid? So here if total years are not equals to the expected tenure, you won't say anything. You'll say this is an error, simple. Otherwise, you'll return your total payment. So similarly, this will happen for a bank A and bank B. Whoever was, giving you the less amount, that will be your answer. Please tell me, does it make sense to all? And you put the value here, you have to do the mathematical calculation or take the screenshot. That won't be that difficult. Please tell me, does it make sense to everybody? Please tell me, does it make sense to everybody? Everybody here, tell me here. I want to see the energy in the class, yeah? That's why I'm here, right? And eventually I know the day will come. I trust you fully. The day will come when you'll write a message on LinkedIn to me, right, by searching my name. Sir, I've cracked the TCS CodeVita and I'll be the one of the happiest person. Trust me. Khushi saying, sir, can you share the roadmap for the preparation of service-based companies? Yes, Khushi, I can share with you. Don't worry. The simple thing is that you need to learn one programming language. You need to master aptitude. You need to master basically verbal, reasoning, logical, all these things. Then the intermediate of DSA. That's it. Okay, that's it. Or otherwise, I've already shared multiple videos on this Prep Insta channel itself. Search for Cognizant preparation or any services company preparation. You will have that roadmap. Okay. Very nice, Sheikh. Very nice, Binay. And I hope that level of confidence you have. First, trust yourself that you can do it and start compensating yourself. Right. Eventually, you'll do it. Trust me. Now, coming to the another problem. And this solution I'm expecting from you guys. Okay. So, what is the practice problem? The problem was, and this is also a previous year question from the TCS CodeVita. Some prime numbers can be expressed as a sum of other consecutive prime numbers. Which means that if I ask you that, okay, there is a prime number, for example, 5. So this is a sum of other consecutive prime numbers, for example, 2 and 3. Correct? 2 is also prime, 3 is also prime. You will get the sum, you get it 5. Coming to here, 17. Here you have the sum of consecutive prime numbers, which is resultant to the 17. 41, you have the sum of consecutive prime numbers which eventually result to the 41. Now your task is to find, what you have to find, how many prime numbers which satisfy this property are present in the range 3 to n. Why 3 to n? Because 2 is already a prime, so there will be only one, right? So you don't have to check for it from 3 to n. Okay, so now write the code to find out the number of prime numbers that satisfy the above mentioned property in a given range. Input format, very important thing. First line contains a number n. Again, they're telling the output format. Print the total number of all such prime numbers which are less than or equal to n. Here the value of n will be between 2 to, here you counted here. I don't know which value is this, but it's really big value. Probably in the billions, 12 billion or something, which is very bigger number. So now you have to take your variables accordingly, accordingly. Now here are coming to this thing, try to have it. Try to think in a way how you can solve it. The simple step I'm telling you, for example, I'm taking input as 43. How many are possible? So here 5 was there, 17 was there, and 41 was there. And I guess 43 is also there, right? So try to calculate it, how many values are possible, right? Which can be some of these things, consecutive. Do Prepinsta have enough content question to practice DSN coding, keeping in mind for service companies? Yes, Khushi, there are enough questions. So the question is very easy. Very good, Anchal, very good. That's what I want to hear. Even if this is a previous year question from the TCS CodeVita, right now you feel easy because somebody has explained to you. Now I'll give you the reference from where you can have these practice previous year question papers. Try to do it by yourself. Try to learn the fundamentals, then move to the intermediate, then move to the, the hard level. Try to participate in the as much as coding contest you can do on the Lead Code, HackerRank, and CodeSafe, all of these platforms. Kritika Bros is saying it's showing to start a 6 hours contest. Is it a final contest or just a mock? Just a mock basically. Kritika, that is just a mock. Okay, that will start in January basically. Odd equals to even. So it will be always considered 2 in some values. Correct, Anchal, correct. Think about it, yeah, think about it, how you can have the solution of it. Okay, now coming to the very most important thing here, that remember here, I'll tell you what is this Prepinsta Prime first, then I'll tell you what the use of it. Okay, people were asking about the opportunity, people were asking about the free resources, so I'll tell you, those are asking, sir, from where I can prepare the DSA, by which at least I can crack this services company here, or this TCS CodeVita. Yeah, there is one important thing, 150 TCS not out questions. Go there, start solving in a one go. Free resource, freely available. Go there, check it out. Arrays and hashings, topic wise, start practicing, start preparing. Once you have done the practice, go to the Lead Code contest, do weekly contest and bi-weekly contest. Okay, free resource, nothing is paid. Okay, now again, what is the thing? Again, if you are really lacking in the DSA concept, or you want to upskill in a particular thing, or you want to do a company specific prep, for example, you want to prep for the TCS, Accenture, or anything, there's a very good platform which is Prepinsta Prime. Prepinsta Prime. Very important thing for preparing doing a specific prep. Okay, so go here, you will have 200 plus courses, multiple company specific courses which will directly tell you if you are completing this course, you are really eligible for a particular company. Right, so this is your level of few things you will have there. Go here, click on this purchase page. Here you will have one offer. Go here, put an offer which is YouTube. Coupon code YouTube. Okay, buy your YouTube, and you will have basically a discount. You will have a discount here. Okay, you will have a discount. I'll apply this thing and look at this. I'm having some discount. So put a coupon code YouTube, no matter in a small or capital case, you will have a discount for the Prepinsta Prime. Why I'm telling you this here? Because I know if you'll do a random prep, you'll lose it. If you'll do a organized prep, you'll win it. So this 6 months probably will be the best solution for you. Go here, apply the coupon code, because this is the timeline you have for your TCS CodeVita. Now, not for this here basically. I'll just cancel it out. Yes, exit. Here I'll show you the coupon code. Look at this. You have the discount of this much of, right, which is a really good thing. So put the coupon code YouTube, you will have a discount. Most important thing from here, you will have a company specific prep. You will have multiple courses on the DSA, including DSA on Java, including DSA on the Python and the other things, including the DSA and the C++ also. So we'll have all these things, easy to intermediate to hard, everything, company specific prep, mock interviews, multiple assessments, everything is there, right? Everything is there. Right, so go there, explore it. You can learn the Gen AI thing, you can learn the AI thing, right? You can learn the full stack development, you can master other courses. and you can prepare for any company which you're looking for. You will have the courses here. For example, if TCS is coming, or let's say Accenture is coming, so in this case I'll search for the TCS. I will have the course on the TCS. I click on this course. I have the curriculum. It's asking for the signing in. I'll do it if I can. I'll show you how this looks like. So this is how this looks like. You will have the course. Okay, you will have all the topics here. Look at this. Somebody was asking, sir, give me the roadmap for the services company. Yeah, trust me, if you're able to complete even one course from here, na, a company specific course on TCS, Wipro or Accenture, anybody, you are already good. So now, yes, sir, I just have 25 days for the placement prep. Khushi, then you can have a 1 month subscription or something. There you can at least prepare in a particular way. You're not wasting the time, right? You're not wasting the time. You have a specific prep. And again, how you can get it for free? Here, top 3 comments can get preference staff time for free. Top comments means, let's say, the solution of the last question that I've told you, something which you're doing crazy, which can, get a different level of inspiration to the preference star team, right? Something you're doing, right, which preference star team should feel like, okay, you should get a help. So top 3 comments can get the preference star time for free. Others can have a coupon code YouTube, apply it and have a discount. But trust me, do not start random way, or trust me, you'll waste the time. What you have to do is that you must have a complete prep. I'm not telling that Prep Insta is the only solution. You can have a preparation plan by yourself also. Right, Sek? Right, everybody? You can have a preparation plan by yourself also. You can do some research by yourself or something, but at least have a preparation plan. You should work in a fixed direction. You should not waste the time. Right? You should have a standard practice sequence by which you can get placed here, and why which you can crack this thing. And remember one most important thing, this ideology. Divide your entire money that you can win in this TCS CodeVita into the number of days. Do everyday practice and say yourself, today you've learned this thing, that's why you have earned this much amount of money. Because TCS CodeVita is offering 20,000 USD, approximately 17 lakh rupee, right? Here now you can divide these 4 months of preparation, approximately 15,000 per day. Right, because anyhow this is going to happen in the January month. So now the thing is, you have this window, which can probably will help you a lot here. I hope you guys will find it helpful. Tell me in the comment, or somebody want to ask something. Help me out if somebody want to ask something. I'll answer here. Otherwise, we will wrap. But yeah, it was really lovely. To have interaction with you guys, and I hope I tried to help. Right, I tried to give some advice based on my experience, which is probably lots of much. So now for basic loops and conditions, where to practice. You can have a one platform known as Code Wars. Okay, or the lead code somewhere. Or I'll refer you one thing. Go to the YouTube channel, you'll find out a series, which is basically lead code series by Gaurav Pandey. You search it, you'll find out a series. There I've covered 50 to 51. Unfortunately, I was not able to complete because of some technical challenges or some bandwidth issues, but here that series can help you. That is free, available on the YouTube. Will give you very good context in terms of preparing for the fundamental thing, having the easy to intermediate level of understanding. Okay, so go there, find it out, prepare on the lead code, do practice on the code safe, do practice on the code wars for the easy problems. Okay, or generate the simple problem straight from the ChatGPT and start practicing on the BS code also. No limitations is there. And anyhow, Prepinsta Prime is here to help you out. Right, Prepinsta Prime is help you out. Sir, share your LinkedIn ID soon. Made into TCS. Thank you, yaar. Thank you, everybody. If you want my LinkedIn ID, but mention from where you're coming, only then I'll be able to answer. Search Gaurav Pandey Mentor on the Google. You will find out the first thing. This Gaurav Pandey Mentor assessment had and FSD had at 247. This is my profile. Click on it. Go to the LinkedIn. Right, and send your message, whatever the query you have in the between. Probably I'll try to answer here. Yaar. Okay, we need practice from Prepinsta and lead code both. Correct, Khushi, correct. And this thing can help you. Please do not do random practice. Do topic wise. A humble request to everybody. Do not do the random practice. Otherwise, you will be, just be missed out in a infinite loop. What need to do? Learn. Let's say arrays I'm learning. I'll do the practice on the arrays. Right. I'm learning hashing. I'll do the practice on the hashing. Have a proper roadmap, have a proper practice, and this thing can help you out. Refer lead code series by Gaurav Pandey on the Prepinsta. There you will have at least 50 questions on the lead code, right? That will help you to at least build a fundamental understanding, or will help you to crack the service-based companies. Okay, for Java prep and multiple things are there here. Multiple things are there. So even if I open here my YouTube, not my YouTube, basically Prep Insta YouTube. So here I'll search for the Prep Insta by T. I'll search for this. I'll go here. If you go here now, you will have multiple playlists. Go to the playlist part. Here you will have somebody want to learn Java, go for Java. Somebody want to learn for DSA, go for DSA. Somebody want to learn lead code, at least basic understanding, go for this. Go for this. You will have lots of help from here, yeah. And I hope I've answered everything here. Thank you everybody for joining this thing. Again, TCS, like for cracking any company, Professor Prime can be the final solution for you. Proper guided roadmap. Right, decision is yours, time is running, and you have your coupon code also, which probably will give you a financial aid. Thank you everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you everybody. Binayak, Khushi, Sheikh, everybody. Thank you everybody for joining this thing. Anchal, Kritika. Thank you everybody. Thank you everybody. Bye bye to all. Take care and wishing you very all the best. And rock out there, yeah. Rock out there. And do let me know someday that you cracked TCS CodeVita or you cracked a certain company. I'll be really happy to hear it out on the LinkedIn. Bye bye to all. Take care. Thank you for joining this entire session. Bye bye to all.